Well, this might make you think twice about going on your staff night out. Let's begin. Well, of course, I'm sure we've all been on a work night out or staff party, maybe actually an office Christmas party where, I don't know, you've been trying to photocopy your balls or something. I've tried to do the same thing, but unfortunately it just won't fit in the photocopier. But anyway, as the Daily Star reports, one person's work night out ended so badly that he's trying to sue his boss because of it for £200,000. The article also says that a bloke who had part of his skull removed after an accident on a work night out claims his former employer owes him money because he was being egged on to drink beer as quickly as possible, with his performance ranked by superiors. Michael Brocky, who is 28, fell out with colleagues from PricewaterhouseCoopers in Reading in April 2019 and was left in a coma. Well, please don't get me wrong with what I'm about to say, because I generally do feel sorry for the guy. It's never nice to be on a night out for anything horrible to happen, let alone, of course, losing part of your skull as a result. But being 28, he is a fully grown man and therefore capable of making his own decisions regardless of if he's being egged on or not. And okay, yes, I'm guessing there was obviously a bit of peer pressure, but I doubt very much there was something like a gun being pointed at his head and telling him he must do it. So unless he was assaulted by someone, I think that unfortunately he should be taking responsibility for himself, as we all have to do. Mr. Brocky's lawyers have presented his claim to the High Court, where he was arguing that PricewaterhouseCoopers are liable for the negligence of the Reading Office Auditing Department manager Simon Fredgley, who arranged the night out. Mr. Brocky said he was so drunk that during the night he had no memory of what happened after 10 p.m. He was found in the street with head injuries after falling over. And he told ITV last year, "Doctors and the police came to the conclusion that I fell over and didn't use my hands to break the fall, so I ended up hitting my head on the floor. The next thing I remember was 4 weeks later." Well, hopefully there's at least some sort of CCTV of what actually happened, but being in maybe, I don't know, a crowded place in what might also be a dimly lit pub, as they all often seem to be nowadays, especially, when it gets late into the night, then he might actually be quite hard to spot within a crowd. If, for instance, he was separated at one point, and of course if it was busy, maybe even for some time before the incident actually happened, because it says he was found, so presumably, no one was with him at the time. So then, to be honest, I don't really see what case he's got, because, like I say, I do feel sorry for the guy, and whilst admittedly employers do have a duty of care towards their staff, there's surely got to be a limit, hasn't there, because they're not our mums and dads at the end of the day, are they? So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but either way, he's at least made the sensible decision to have a solicitor defend him, unlike in this video where I heard that Alex Belfield chose to represent himself for the majority of his trial, which, to be honest, didn't really go too well in my opinion. Anyway, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.